How's it going, my trim people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, back with the draft analysis for your Cotswold Whims Cuts for Season 2 of the PPL, the Pokemon Premier League. And as you can see, the team we have drafted is right there in front of you. I wanted to do things a little bit different. Before we get into this though, check out all the other coaches. Their links will be down in the description. The lineup for this season is pretty good. The key match, Addison is in this league, my daughter. We will be beating her, I think like week 7 or something. We face off against Addison. Apparently we've played on Wi-Fi before. I've clearly repressed those memories because I must have lost. I don't remember any of them. So, but this is our first battle in Gen 9. So yeah, watch out for that. But check out all the coaches. Thank you to Jack and the other admins for inviting us. Anyway, I wanted to do this a little bit different with the draft analysis this time. So if you've been around the channel for a while, you'll know that I didn't really like draft analysis for all of Gen 8 and I think the latter part of Gen 7. I'm going to talk about that a little bit, so strap in, here we go. I think my reasoning was, and it's been a while, but I think my reasoning was when the big Draft League content creators who made other content beyond Draft League, so your Pokeames, your Shady Penguins, whatever, more so your Shady Penguins, people like that, when they left the draft scene, I felt like the draft analysis video style we'd been doing became redundant because when they left, the casual viewership or casual viewer base left with them predominantly. So most of the people that were still watching Draft League, especially in Gen 8, were hardcore Draft League players themselves or hardcore fans of the format, or maybe they were just Smogon battlers, but either way, they were very much into competitive Pokemon. And I reached the point where I felt like we were preaching to the converted almost. Like we were telling them, I've drafted round 1 Darkrai. Darkrai gets Nasty Plot. It's a good special sweeper / wall breaker. It gets Taunt so it can stall break. It gets Trick so it can stall break. And the people watching already kind of knew that. I think it made sense if you were Shady Penguin, whose viewers were more casual mostly, watched Let's Plays mostly, and so were maybe thinking like, well, what is a rapid spinner in terms of Draft League viability? What is a hazard support Pokemon, you know? But in the past, I felt like we were telling people that already knew things that they already knew. You know, we were telling them information they already had. I think that's changed this generation. I think for the most part that's changed, and that we're starting to see a return of people who maybe are new to Draft League or have never played Draft League themselves, maybe will never play Draft League. And so the traditional style of draft analysis is becoming more relevant for certain content creators. Now, with the PPL lineup this season, I have no idea what kind of a viewer you are, for starters. So if you want to comment down below, let me know whether you've played Draft League before, how many seasons, years, whatever of Draft League you've played. I'd absolutely love to know that. That'd be fascinating. But I don't know. I don't know what the PPL demographic is going to be. All I know are the people that tend to view my channel, regular viewers that have been viewing for several generations now, have a pretty good grasp on Draft League. So I'm still not going to dive super into the analytics side of things because, again, I think I'd be telling most of the people watching things they already know. So I wanted to try and have a bit of fun with this. But I wanted to start this off by kind of explaining where I sit on draft analysis now because I've heard people refer to the non-draft analysis style of draft analysis as like the slacking style one, and I feel kind of proud that, you know, people credited me with changing the way we did things a little bit, some people. But I guess my stance now is that actually maybe it is valuable for some people. But I wanted to have a bit of fun with this one. I wanted to do something a little bit different. So what I decided, inspired by Jack Don Fanatic, his link will be down in the description. He's actually our week 1 opponent, so go and check him out. What I decided, inspired by him, is he got his fiance, I think, could be wife. Anyway, he got his partner to nickname his Pokemon. And I thought, fuck it, let's get Katie to do the same. But for this draft analysis, what I'm going to do is I'm going to analyze her nicknames, right? Because I can't tell most of you what a Delphox does that you don't already know that a Delphox does. In fact, you could just look it up on Pokemon Showdown if you don't already know what a Delphox does and find it pretty fast. Or better yet, you could subscribe and watch this season and you will learn what a Delphox does, maybe, if it comes to any games. I don't know. But that's the best way to find out, right? I think a draft analysis is best at the end of the season when you analyze how the draft performed, but I'm getting sidetracked. But what I can do is I can analyze Katie's nicknames, give them a score out of 10, and let you know how good I think they are. And so, like, my idea for this draft analysis is I'm going to go through each of the nicknames for the Pokemon we've drafted that she's given, give them a score out of 10, and I would fucking love it if you guys did the same. So if you type out the names of the Pokemon in the comment section below, and with each nickname, give it your score out of 10. And if there's one that you think is terrible, maybe suggest a rename, and maybe I'll pick a rename out of the comments. I don't know. We'll see how much uptake we get on this. But I thought it was a fun idea. So excuse me looking at my phone, but I'm pulling up her nicknames to make sure I don't forget any. Alright, so kicking off, round 1, Darkrai. I picked this thing because it's a fucking Darkrai. Turns out, having used it on the ladder a little bit, I don't think it's very good. We'll have to see whether it is in Draft League, but it's not my kind of Pokemon. But, like, you know, I've never got to use a Darkrai, so I picked it. She has nicknamed that Boo. B-O-O. It's kind of cute. It's pretty good. It's not a ghost, but then maybe that makes it better because it's less obvious. I quite like it. I think it's quite cute. I'll give that a 7 out of 10. I think. This is hard. That's the first one. I'm going 7 out of 10 for Boo. Solid. Good. Taunty. Chicken. Now, I posted these in the Draft League server, and Jay Ricky complained about chicken. He didn't like it. I'll be honest with you. I really like that one. It's not a chicken, and that's why I like it. So I'm giving that one an 8. I think that's very good. I enjoy things being named things that they nearly are, but aren't. For example, like, Keldeo is clearly a dog. So when people call it a horse, it quite amuses me. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I've got that the wrong way around. I'm not sure. Azumarill. She's called that Eggy. Yeah. I've got the cat in my lap, by the way, so if I look down and make eye contact with the cat, it's not me staring into my penis. Like, oh, what do you think of this name, penis? It's me asking the cat what she thinks. What do you think, cat? Good point. And what do you think, penis? Also good point. Eggy. I like Eggy. I never really thought Azumarill was an egg, but now that she said it, I can't unsee it, especially in its shiny form, which I love. I always called it Yazoo after the milkshakes, because I don't know, it just reminded me of, like, banana milkshake. I don't know. I'm going to give Eggy... Oh, that's nearly perfection. I think it might be. I think that might be a 10 for me. I really like it. Eggy's a 10. Baxcalibur. She's called that one Robosaur. Pretty solid. It's a dinosaur and apparently a robot. Now, again, I like things that are called things that they aren't but nearly are. I don't think it's a robot, but she also told me that Gardevoir was a bug. Hatterene was a bug. There were lots of things she told me were bugs. Anyway, Robosaur, solid. I'm going to go 6 out of 10. It's not great to me. This one's pretty good. Jirachi, she wanted us to call Treetop because she said it looked like the star on the top of a Christmas tree. That's pretty wholesome. I quite like that. The problem with Katie is I know her. So, like, to the outside world, she seems very wholesome and very sweet. As soon as we close that front door and everyone else is gone, she's a fucking nightmare. She's a tiny little terrorist. But that is quite cute. So, Treetop, is that a 10 as well? Nah, it doesn't roll off the tongue as well as Eggy. I'm going to give that an 8. I'm going to give that an 8. I like it a lot. Sandy Shocks, she called Third Eye, which is the number 3, RD space, lowercase I, just the letter I. I guess because it's got 3 eyes. I don't know. I feel like Sandy Shocks had a lot more potential than that, with like the fuzzy bits, the kind of winged mascara on the top eye. Like, I feel like she could have gone some sort of like rock band direction with it or something. I'm giving that a 4, below average for me, that one. Not great. Now, I'm going to do the 2 Terra Captains together, because Delphox and Decidueye are nicknamed Madame Fox and Sir Bird, respectively, which is my new favourite couple in anime. Fuck whoever you want to ship. I like Madame Fox and Sir Bird, the Terra Captain couple. I think they're adorable. Pair of 10s there for me. The fact that they were back to back and that they're the Terra Captains, and they got the same like colour palette. They're a beautiful couple canonically now. Like, that is a Dr. Slacking canon event that those two, Madame Fox and Sir Bird, are a little warrior couple together. Next up, Kamala. Fun fact, we have a Kamala plush that I bought her as one of the first presents I ever bought her when we got together. She's called that Bongo. Quite good. It's got a drum. I don't know. I think she wanted to call it Chlamydia first, and I told her that they wouldn't let me call it that. So she got nerfed by Game Freak's like nickname rules. We'll give Bongo like give it a 5. It's average, right? It's solid. It's cute enough, I think, but like, It's just got a drum. Like, I get a bongo drum. Like, yeah, it's okay. 5. Quillfish is just grumpfish, as in Grump, grumpfish. I think she wanted to call it penguin because of the mouth originally, and I was like, it's not a fucking penguin. Maybe penguin was better. No, that was a mungus. She told me a mungus was a penguin because of the mouth. I don't know. Grumpfish, solid work. That's a 7. That's another good. Like, maybe it's an 8. No, 7. 7. That's good. And the last one, Cacturn, she wants me to nickname Matthew because she says it's me. 0. Flat 0 for that. I don't understand how that's... Why is that me? What is... He looks like a paedophile. I've probably answered my own question there. Anyway, that's not the point. Let me know your scores for the nicknames down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this bizarre draft analysis where I spoke about the metagame of draft analysis and then refused to participate and told you nicknames instead. I enjoyed it. It was something different for me. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys are looking forward to this season. I think this team looks pretty fun. Darkrai should be interesting. Azumarill's very good, I think, in this format. And the rest of the team, I don't know yet. They're all like pretty new to me, especially in this gen. So we'll figure it out as we go. Thank you so much for flipping around with me. And I'll catch you again next time.